Previously on Balls.
How is that video? ChianoSky, sick, and the sexy lady has just come into studio now. I know it's early for a musician, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'm not really much of an early bird, if I have to be honest with you.
Well, we really appreciate you coming in this morning, and you
Thank you
look
for having
fabulous.
me. Thank
Do you know you
you.
could sell your hair for a lot of money?
I know, I'm just
I
looking
know,
at it
like
now.
I heard all those stories of girls in India where guys just come past and they cut their ponytails off
And sell
and
it
sell
for
it. And I'm just
dollar-
like, oh my word, if that had happened to me.
You're not going there. So it's
Never.
all your own.
Yes.
So you
And I was
must have.
just saying, I love the
Absolutely.
red.
Oh,
I love the red.
thank you. Thanks a lot.
So your mom wasn't one of those moms that just wanted you to have a trim the whole time.
Well, if I have to pull out like my toddler pics, I've gone through. I had Bob. She put me in crazy curls.
Okay.
You know, so when I got older, where it was like I got in control of the hair, I really just love the length. You know, the mermaid style. As long as when I go for a haircut, I'm just like, just cut it enough so that I can still get out the pool and
Without a top
mermaid,
on,
you know?
it'd be okay. All right. Well, it's lovely to have you in studio with us.
you.
And now, apparently, you were on Top Billing last night.
Yay!
I missed it. I
I
missed it.
saw it. I did watch.
And
it
how was
nice?
it?
Was it
Yes,
cool?
you look good. You
Thank
look good.
you.
Driving in the fast cars.
I know. It was a super car day. Like Aston Martin was having their big birthday, and there was just tons of Aston Martins. And I met Jamiroquai at there. I know. I was a bit starstruck. He came out of that was on the day that he was performing here.
Okay.
And he came out there like the helicopter, and I waited like a super fan, like ready to take a photo. I took a selfie with him, so I was very
Aw.
happy. But yeah, we raced in fast cars, and it was really nice.
And what's your Jamiroquai like?
You know, he's actually, if you didn't really know him, you would think he's just some guy like smoking a cigarette,
Chilled.
you know, out there. You know, he doesn't,
He doesn't look
he's
like
very
a-
relaxed and chilled, and he's got like this beard going. I don't know, it was so cheesy. I was like, can I be a cosmic girl? Like I was using all like the song one-liners to him, you know.
Oh, true
so
fan.
It was nice. It was nice.
And now, I've got to tell you, I was sitting, was it 2 nights ago, and I was reading the newspaper, and I was reading an article on Marilyn Monroe, and something clicked. I'm like, that's who ChianoSky is like. You are like the Marilyn Monroe of the
Oh, that's
SA
a
music.
compliment.
The little sex kitten, and with this coy, like, laugh and smile, and like there's something
Oh.
about you. You definitely have like that X factor.
Okay.
And because I've now got this comparison, this Marilyn Monroe comparison, I'm going to ask Chiano a little bit later in the show to make someone's birthday extra special. So if you know someone who's celebrating their birthday today or this weekend, I want you to tweet me, Hayley O SA, with the person's name and where they stay, maybe a little bit of information about how they're celebrating their birthday today or this weekend, and then we'll get Chiano to do something very...
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Yes, exactly. And we'll see, and you'll see exactly what I mean about Chiano being our Marilyn of the SA music industry. But and talking about you being a little sexy goddess, apparently you also did a Licenza shoot in this month's Marie Claire and Cosmo.
Yes, I did a fabulous shoot for Cosmopolitan. You know, they have that lingerie issue every year. So I did this whole full Licenza, you know, Lumo, those bright, you know, colors for summer. And yeah, no, I was a little nervous at first, you know.
Must be a little
all
scary.
women are when they get asked to do something like that. But, you know, there was just such a great team and photographer. And when you have that whole team that's just, you know,
Making you look
directing
great.
you and you telling you, you know, then you just like, I saw the pictures and I was like, damn, that's on my body. I saw the pictures and they were being taken. I was like, okay, I can do this. You know what I mean? Because you get nervous. You're like, can I?
And then the
like,
confidence builds.
yeah, you know what I mean? So it was really exciting for me. I'm really proud
But
of
tell
it.
me, so now because you clearly do get into it. I mean, you watch your music videos and when you're performing live on stage, I mean, you ooze a sexiness and a confidence. And where do you think that comes from? How old are you? Can I ask?
I'm 20 years
20.
old. Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, when I was 20, I
20.
was so awkward and, I mean, and like, and shy and I don't know, but I could not have got up on the stage and perform like you do. I mean, do you just kind of go down deep or put on a different persona or how do you do it?
Well, I like.
Maybe it's the redhead.
Yeah,
in
I
you.
think so. You know, no, I started. I went and I studied at the National School of the Arts. You know, and that's where they teach you also to just how to be yourself on stage, and so that was in my early years. And then I've been doing this already for like a year and a half. So it has taken, it does take a minute to get into your skin and see, okay, this works, this doesn't work. These people work for you and everything, so I've just kind of found myself in like this chaos, and I'm really like happy. My mom's also wild, my parents also a little crazy, so it has been
Chiano's mom, actually.
yeah.
And she had big personality.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
she's just as stunning as her.
She's super bold, also red hair. My dad's like a 18-year-old stuck in a 50-year-old's body,
Great.
So, I think them growing up, they really set a more realistic spin on my life and let me be in control of decisions and opinions and my journey and stuff from a very early age. So getting to like this stage now, you just, in order for people to like you and to open up to you, you have to be yourself and you have to, be a little out there, So I guess I'm just doing my thing.
And it seems like you're having fun doing it. Do you enjoy like the Licenza shoot and the top billing shoot? Do you enjoy everything that comes along with being, a music star?
Of course, it's never the same, and it never gets old. You
Every week
constantly,
is different.
Exactly. You constantly, new opportunities are getting thrown at you, new gigs, exciting gigs, things you never thought you would perform at or be invited to come to and be a part of. And so it's constantly like an experience and a new journey for me, and I absolutely love it. If you don't love and it's a lot of work. You got to be places and you got to be
Dress up
presented.
and-
Yeah, you can't just rock out in a little tracksuit. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to put the work in and the time in, and I'm prepared to do that because this is what I love to do, and I really, as I said, it's what drives me and.
What do you know? And you said that you're constantly performing at places you never thought of. What's been your best gig? I mean, you opened the U Spectacular,
I know,
which was great. I mean, what's been your biggest or best gig so far?
I think my biggest and best gig has to be the Bieber gig when I opened up for Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that must
That's
have been
huge.
I was so nervous because, it's game time on the stage, and it was
And you've got a lot of fans.
Exactly,
And
you
people
know.
looking at you.
lots of people looking at you, and they so like his team is so crazy backstage. They're like saying you're going on in 1 minute, then they're like 10, 9, and then you're just like, oh my word, you're freaking out.
Wow.
And then they say it's time to go and you have to go on and do your thing. So but I had the best time, and the response both in Joburg and Cape Town was just really, they really opened up to me, and I think I won also people who I didn't look really sure that they knew me. By the end of the time I stopped performing, you could see that
You'd won them over.
Exactly, so that was a huge gig for me, and that definitely, I got thousands of followers, so it really did great for my career and my brand.
Brilliant. And did you meet Bieber himself?
All these young girls, they always ask me, like, did you meet him? Did you meet
Yeah.
him? And then I say, no. And then they're like, oh, what I mean? No, he, I didn't even see him, like, go to the loo or something, or make coffee, or, like, the security was strict there. I mean, I went through the same security guard, because I had sound checks and stuff, for, like, 7 times. And one, I didn't have my pass, and they're like, you can't come through. And I'm like, but you've seen me sound check, like, I'm performing here.
And still.
So,
just that
but
time.
it's okay. I got what I wanted.
You got what
in
you
the
want.
end. You know what I'm saying? I got my little show time on the stage. So.
And I mean, you mentioned the nerves that you have to deal with. I mean, you're 20 years old and you're dealing with audiences of thousands of screaming fans, and albums that need to be released, and a huge busy schedule. I mean, how do you have managers that help you deal with it all, or how do you cope?
Gosh, I think the two things that I just like to stay in this business is you just have to stay passionate and realistic is, big time for me. You got to come and know that not everyone's going to like you, not everyone's going to like your music.
But have you got to a stage where you realize that, or does the criticism still hurt?
I guess you do get the odd time where it's on a much bigger platform where it's like TV'd out to millions of people. You always get those people who backlash a little, and that can, when you're not used to it, you can be like, can take back a bit in you. But as I'm saying, this is the reality of, being a musician. People are going to backlash at you. Not everyone's going to like you. Some people are going to say you did amazing, and then some people who watch the same shows say you didn't do good, So you just have to I just like to stay realistic, take my audiences as they come, you know what I mean, and work it. Like, I just like to work it as it comes. If I can see they get this kind of audience, then you work it differently. You work it from a different angle. You go in the audience to kind of really interact with them and force them to be interactive with you, and then they open up to you. So I like to just work the angles as it comes, But I it gets pressurizing, but I love,
still
as I
human
say,
at the end of the day.
Exactly. I love what I do, and I've got such a supportive family and friends who
Good.
really got my back when I just need to scream out something. I just
Vent.
WhatsApp them. I can't believe da. And then they're like, "You're gonna be great," and then I'm like, "Thanks."
Whose opinion do you value the most when it comes to your career?
It's a hard one because there's just so many different angles of the career, and you look to, when it's something big with big endorsements or huge things like that, then you look to your label, Universal Music. You look to your label and their team, and generally but when it comes to general support, I do, obviously you look to your partner who's there with you every day and who knows what you're going through, and so. And you know what I mean? Because my parents are doing their own things, and I also don't want to ever be like that they need to be worrying about me too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be like them freaking out. Oh, she can't handle the pressure, or how parents get. You know what I mean? And I don't want to put that burden on them. So I'm sorry, am I over talking? I get to the stage, I'm talk.
No, but at least it does sound like you do have a support structure, and you do have a lot of people whose opinion you admire, which is good, I guess, as a young artist in the industry.
Definitely, and I think as a person, I've just tried to also be okay in myself. If those people aren't around to give you support, you need to in yourself be able to handle it and take it in and be okay without any of those people. You know what I'm saying? Initially, if it's like they say, if everything's been taken from you, are you still going to be okay? Can you still find your own happiness, your own power, your own success? And so I've really tried to teach that also to myself, that I can be okay on my own if I need to be.
Well, I've got to ask you a question. Do you have a dog or a cat?
No,
come on.
I'm so angry actually because I've been trying to get a cat my whole life with my mom, and she's allergic.
Okay.
And now that I've moved in,
with your partner,
my boyfriend, now he's also allergic.
Oh, no.
But I don't really think he is. I think he's, men, they go, I'm allergic.
Well, we
and
can
you're
give him
like,
Allergex
yeah,
and
you know
he'll be
what I
fine.
mean? Exactly. So I'm working the cat vibes at the moment. Like, every time a cat comes on the TV, I'm like, oh. You know what I mean? Guilting him a little.
We need a celebrity to be our face of pet lovers, Chiano.
I know. They should be like, and I'll just rub
You
the
can be
cat on the
okay.
ad.
Tell me, who is this boyfriend of yours?
It is under wraps.
Is it under wraps?
Under
Okay.
super wraps.
Okay, all right. if that's under wraps, then we were talking about being a young artist. What do you think of Miley Cyrus and everything she's been up to
boy.
lately?
To be honest, I'm not really a super fan of Miley, and I really haven't been. Everyone enjoyed a Hannah Montana show, when it came out ages
When
ago.
she was the
Don't
Disney
lie,
star.
girls. And
Well, not everybody.
yeah. But she's really not an artist I admire. I don't think, I like a bad girl. Everyone does, Rihanna, Madonna. And I think she's just so, like, at the EMAs when I watched her performance, she was just so busy doing all this weird stuff that when it came time to sing, she's out of breath. She couldn't carry the song. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care if you're going to take your clothes off and stick your tongue out, but when it comes time to sing the song and deliver the song, I think people would have taken it differently if she killed that song and with all of those moves. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing. She's just focusing.
That's actually a good point.
You know what I mean? She's more focused on the performance and it being crazy and weird and
the scandal.
And then it's like, okay, well, now I want to hear you sing. Can you sing the song live? And then you like, you know what I mean? And that for me, it's not sitting well with me. When Madonna and Riri come and do it, and they're all bad girls doing crazy stuff, they really like take your breath away as artists. So I think she does need to like step it up. If you're gonna be that girl, you gotta be that girl all the way.
I totally agree with you. I think that's a good opinion. But talking about performing, we're going to have to quickly cross over to Jeremy Mansfield, who's doing his acting debut in the Christmas Panto. And then we're going to chat to you a little bit more. I'm going to give you the music quiz that we gave Elvis Blue and see how you compete. And also, ChianoSky is going to make someone's birthday extra special today. So if you've been listening from the beginning of the show, we've had Elvis Blue in studio, and now we've got the gorgeous ChianoSky with us in studio. And I just want to ask you one or two more questions. I want to ask you what you do in your spare time when you're not going to events or rehearsing or performing. What makes you tick?
Actually, I'm quite artistic. So in my spare time, I do like to draw and paint a lot and do my own artworks. I've got like a whole studio thing going on at home, and I love bowling as well. So I like being quite adventurous stuff. Bowling or going to like a rock climbing gym and rock climb a little or
different stuff.
Yeah, different things, or even as
what kind of bowling? 10-pin bowling?
Yeah.
Well, then you must go with Elvis.
Yeah, that's what Elvis Blue was doing this afternoon.
Really? No, I love bowling. And it's all about luck. And then you get lucky, and you can put your cool little name in there. And everything. So that's like, or I really actually do like to just go eat like amazing food. Try out like amazing restaurants, and like we all do, is just spend quality time at home. You know what I mean? Because
on the couch.
Being out there has become your lifestyle. So you now, when you have free time, you kind of do a little bit of the opposite, you know what I mean? Because you were just out at the event in the crowd doing a thing, you know what I mean?
So it's nice to just have some quiet time, sure. And this weekend, what you up to this weekend?
I'm aware. This weekend, my mom wants me to come with her to this food and wine show at Hyde Park.
Oh, yes. I heard about that on like the rooftop there.
Yes. So I said I'd go with her. If she's listening now, she's really going to hold me to it. Like, she's like, you said it on the radio. No, so I'm doing that. And then I have rehearsals coming up for the Super Sport Awards that I'm doing. So I've got that as well. And also,
do you enjoy sport, performing at the Super Sport Awards?
I really do enjoy sport. I watch a lot of football, and I also...
Who do you support?
I support, at this point, Liverpool.
Okay, that doesn't offend me, but it may offend a few people listening.
Yeah, I know. I've just lost like a few followers probably from you. She likes Liverpool? Unfollow. Yes, and I played a lot of hockey. I went to like districts when I was young and stuff. So I enjoyed hockey a lot. I got nailed in the nose once with the ball. And my whole face, like you know how it gets, like my eyes sunk in. I looked like something out of the Heels.
I cannot imagine you playing hockey now. Now with your heels and your pink jacket on, I cannot imagine you playing hockey.
You gotta get dirty when it's got that stick in your hand. It's a rough game. Girls are wild. Okay, they will take no mercy. Okay.
Well, I hope it sounds like quite a busy weekend, but I hope it's a good one.
You.
And now, just to end off, I'd like to give you the same music quiz that we gave Elvis Blue.
Woo.
He wasn't really good, so you've got a good chance of winning. And if you do win, you need to tweet him and make him feel really small. And tell him he needs to brush up on his current music.
I'll tell him.
Okay, so you got your
The music
headphones on. So
I'm actually really nervous that I might actually be as bad.
I don't think it's possible.
Do I have to like say the name quickly?
No. I'll play a few seconds and then I'll ask you. Okay. So here we go.
Title and name, or can I just do one?
Artist and song title.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
Fuck.
okay. I got this one.
Easy.
It's Adele, Rolling in the Deep.
Woohoo! You have 1
done.
point. Next one.
Okay. Jessie J, Price Tag.
Oh, she even knew the title of the song, Price Tag. Okay. You're doing better than Elvis.
Moves Like Jagger by Maroon 5 feat Christina Aguilera.
Woo! 3 out of 3. This is easy. Next one.
Sure, I'm not sure on the title, but it's definitely Coldplay feat Rihanna. A Paradise something. No.
Princess something.
I don't know.
We'll give you half a mark. It's Rihanna.
I get a half a mark.
Princess of China.
Oh my word.
Okay, but you're on 3. You're doing well.
Okay, I'm not even sure if might be Vinci, but I know it's Sia. I was a big fan of her. You know, I knew her like 2 years ago before she blew up. It's so, you know.
What, is she the female voice?
Yes, her name's Sia, and she's been around for so long. It just shows you how long sometimes you know, when you get on a great song, then it all blows
takes
up.
off.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but now who's the artist?
Isn't it a Vinci?
No.
But I know
Similar
the title
one.
name's
Similar.
Titanium, so I mean, I
It's
get
not
a half a
Avicii,
mark.
it's David Guetta. So we'll
Oh,
give you a
yes.
quarter of a mark. So that was
I'm not.
featuring
You
Sia.
see, if you were playing a whole bunch of like old classics right now, soul classics, you know, hands down right now.
That's exactly what Elvis said. He said, no, I only know the old school
You
stuff.
know what I mean? Like this. I mean, I'm not particularly playing that at home.
Well, you're doing well. One more.
Okay.
Here it is.
Night is your night.
It's the deal breaker.
Don't look at me.
Is the title called "The Night Is Your Night"?
No, that was Rita Ora
Oh gosh.
with R.I.P.
I don't think I'd know her.
Okay, well, you still scored 3 3/4. So you beat Elvis, who had 2, who
Oh,
had
did he?
measly little
Take
2.
that, Elvis.
But it's interesting to see that, you know, the current artists don't necessarily listen to a whole lot of contemporary stuff, or don't, you know, that's not what they listen to at home.
No, definitely. I mean, I've been brought up with like old school all the way, Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross. So,
Oh,
you know, if
stunning.
you're playing like that kind of groove stuff.
Oh, well, you still beat Elvis, and we'll make sure to let him know on
It always
Twitter.
feels good to win. I won.
It does feel good to
No
win, and
prize.
it also feels good when it's your birthday, especially when ChianoSky has a special message for you. So if you're celebrating your birthday today, or you're celebrating your birthday this weekend, this is for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
feels
woo! Well done.
I got goosebumps there.
Oh,
for
I
a
wish
second.
I wish I could put that on repeat.
You can.
So that is for you if you're celebrating your birthday this weekend.
Just for you.
The Marilyn of the SA music industry,
that
Miss ChianoSky. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
this
you
morning.
so much. I had such a ball with you ladies.
And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Definitely.
Have a great weekend.
Visual Radio. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central African Time. Radio like you've never seen it before. Balls.co.za